Ange Postecoglou has left Leicester City. He goes to Liverpool, who just finished above us after we were competing for Europe, with Leicester unfortunately missing out where they want to go and having to rebuild under a new manager we get in today. That is right, people. Welcome back to the Leicester City Showdown, or series, should I say. It's a showdown series with 62 million. Expectations from me now to win the Conference League, Europa League spot definitely, and reach the round of 16 stage, because if you haven't seen it, our biggest rivals, Nottingham Forest, in this division. Up to this Leicester side from going up, and for this season I haven't got any kits. We've gone back to the original ones, as my thought process behind this is proving to the fans how far we've come. A lot of fans angry on Twitter, or X, with how we bottled Champions League, and as owner it's a quiet reminder without arguing with fans where we've come from. As these kits are getting used in League 1 next season, we've got players that I need to swap around again with the player faces into this kit. We've got Cohen King back from a loan deal. We should have plenty of players. Young Woo Park, Jesse Reynolds at only a 68, could have potentially been a lot better if, you know, things went differently. We do have a left back we need to get back in. We ran out of steam with the likes of Asnu. We've tried and tested Burnett. The left-footed English centre-back is looking at English players in here. We've got 1, 2, 3. I know we've got a couple of more nationalities. But then on the bench, 4, 5, 6, we have Nelson 7, Alves, and Hamza does play for Bangladesh, but obviously is English, coming through at Leicester. So I think the new manager we get should be an Englishman. And there's one that's just got sacked. I'm willing to give him a chance in football. Welcome to the office, Liam Rosenior. Let me be frank with you. I don't want any of this man-age nonsense. I see through the media stuff, and I see you've got some tactical prowess. Can you deliver with Leicester City? Can you better what Ange did with the trophy? And he says, MWS, I'm honest. With how furious I am with my sacking, I've spent a lot of time out the game and I am raring to go. I will deliver. It's enough for me, so here he is, Leicester boss here. However, that means a formation change. His favoured formation's different, and it is the 3-4-2-1, kinda similar to what we've done beforehand. However, I'm willing to gamble with this because Adobe Sternberg needs to feel more confident, and Profundi really good at the end of last season in front of goals, so we can have midfielders kind of hanging back a bit. We can have shadow strikers, so we can get more goals out of Profundi, which he's already been delivering with. We can go for a style like this, maybe Pau Sands. Maybe we could move Santos. We've got a lot of position swaps to make. As Adam Asnu can easily move to a left midfielder, that is a given. We've got plenty of centre-backs not being used. Nicolas Soule, Hamza Chowdhury could sell and go big on one centre-back for this season with Burnett and Collins. Completely depends on what else we do. Leandro Santos might get a bit frozen out if he doesn't change quick, and Freddie Bullock could go into that centre-back role. He could bring through a youth player. Still need to chuck youth scouts out. Louis Page could get some game time. I like that we've got 2 cams. As we can do this for now, whilst Ed Deji does train to go in that cam position, Mason Mount come in, and then we do just need a centre-back for this season. However, Adedeji, he is moaning online. We obviously know we had a bit of a disagreement with him, and he's actually stating he potentially wants to leave the club if a bid comes in for him. And at the moment, Mason Mount's a bit more in demand, so he's going to have to really play the long game. If Adedeji wants to go out, someone's got to pay the big bucks. Honestly, I don't want to get rid of any players. I'm going to keep looking at the bids coming in. And there's some for the likes of Fran Vietas. You guys in the comments telling me to sell. Oh, and it's an ex-team of... oh, Roseniors for Adedeji Sternberg. 13 million plus a centre-back in Mamadou Sarr. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this man was at Strasbourg, coached by Liam Rosenior, so we'd love to have him in the starting 11. It's just going to be the wage. I don't like giving 100k out, but we're now a team going into Europe, and I really want to have this player. Adedeji is going to be going like Fran Vietas goes to West Brom, and in comes Mamadou Sarr. Him, Burnett, and Collins should be quite strong. He even adds to our budget slightly because we only paid a big wage for him and got 13 million in ourselves. He's in the back line with Collins centrally, Diawara and Bellingham. That is like N'Golo Kante and Danny Drinkwater. The Jamie Vardy up front. Mason Mount potentially can be replaced, but as new, I mean, it was really good new last season, pardon the pun, but can we go stronger on the left-hand side? We need someone defensively adaptable to cover for Bobby Burnett. But before you guys actually go and shout at me, I am going to use my own scouts. Apologies for not seeing your suggestions straight away. I record these videos sometimes in batches, so obviously the last video I recorded was 3 days ago. Didn't get a chance to see your comments, but I see you're asking for Georgia. I see you're asking for Thailand because of the old ownership model. And that'll do me for now because I want to spend, again on you guys' comments, a veteran goalkeeper as some backup because I want to compete in a lot more competitions this year. And this man's only 2 million. I see the comment in the last video. Edouard Mendy as a backup who could potentially play in the Carabao and FA Cup. Good enough for me. And that bench is almost good enough. Alves, if he becomes the backup, can. We go out and spend most of our money on potentially a left mid if Mount can't play there. Burnett we're also choosing to trust, but I actually want one big player. Maybe with half of our budget this year, it won't actually help changing him to a cam, so I do think maybe we leave Asnu to change. Let's see what his rating does from there, and we'll get into the start of August, which is Newcastle United and Manchester United, both at home. However, a banking issue has blocked access with my own money. As I'm skipping days through, Asnu might have to be trusted, half of the budget. And we do want to spend in January, so that might have to be slightly saved. We've got a veteran, and we've got a position swap, but a big manager bounce hopefully comes with Rosenior. I am going to go for short passing. He's sometimes struggled to get out from the back, so I'm going to go balanced. And the media's probably going to be all eyes on him. Pausan's changes as his position. He's now a right mid, and Adam Asnu doesn't change. Come on, Rosenior. I've got the faith in you. I wanted that to rhyme. Newcastle at home. We're a Conference League team now, so very close to the Champions League. And it does show how much of a good job adsdoesfootball does with the kits. This is so dull from Leicester City. And to say this is their real life kit, it's quite funny. Sven Botman, we tried to put the tackle in. Meret to Nali. Let's push on them. We don't have to be as aggressive as Ange Postecoglou's style of football. Still, we need to get a tackle in here. We need to get a tackle in Diawara. That's good from Job. Now let's get forward. The players seem very slow. Maybe it's something to do with gameplay. Mason Mount into Job. Job on the spin. He goes for that top corner. Could have been a decent start, but it is corner after corner, and Mamadou Sarr almost scored the first goal for his manager there. Mr. LR, as there's a short pass. He likes to change his style up. He did it against Arsenal with their set pieces. Didn't work at one occasion. I trust him to try things to get past their opponents. Things that other managers might not try, and Adam Asnu picks up the ball. He plays it into Simeone Pafunde. Pausans, 2 players here from the early days in the Championship. Oh, Mbama had the run on. Almost worked out perfect. Newcastle down our left-hand side. Bobby Burnett. Ooh, I think it's outside of the box, and I thought that'd be a penalty. Oh, sorry, a red card. It looked very reckless. He's kind of struggling despite the potential in the young man and the start he has had to his Leicester career, because he actually made it into the first team on rating. Voltemada! Newcastle should be 1-0 up. That was a massive chance. It's a manager trying to get used to a new style after a manager we actually didn't want to let go of went and left us. So let's keep on plugging along. Gotta be quicker, and Mason Mount into Mbama, turns on the ball like a sixpence, and then Pafundi. That's got to be a foul. Referee, come on! Pausans running with it. There we go. There's a gap there for Simeone Pafundi off the post. And Divin Mbama wasn't in the middle. This could be some heartbreak if they score. We've been the better team in the second half. It's been a very tactical game, unlike Ange Postecoglou that likes to run at teams. It's been 2 teams finding each other out. Side netting, an unbelievable chance for them, and Divin Mbama round the side trying to get past Hall. Divin Mbama can't get it off the defender. One of them games where it's not meant to be, and we've got Manchester United up next. Our new manager still getting grief online despite even starting with a draw. See, I don't think that's fair. We've recovered nicely because we're not playing aggressive. See? just before this next game against United, we're fully fresh. And do we actually sign a player for this game? I'm now thinking about the budget again. What if the money comes back for January from the banking issue? We can spend this 33 right now. We'll have games to play in the build-up. We've got plenty of offers in for our players, but I don't want to accept one for Bobby Burnett up to a 77. For United, we need someone special, and we do need that left midfielder. Or maybe even that cam, because Mason Mount is getting a bit older. He's going up against his former team. If we can get a surprise in our starting 11, the Manchester United might not expect. Francis Onyeka. We've got a German link-up going on in our squad, and Liam Rosenior does like his younger players. He's proven it over at Strasbourg. And this move could very much work for him. The King Power Stadium, where we play at. Another home game to put the, let's be honest, snooze fest behind us. Really not a good game against Newcastle, but can we beat the other United? United's at home. Harry Amas playing, Doué's brother playing. I don't think they've actually took us too serious here with Leicester. So we need to try and prove them wrong. Pau Sanz round the corner into Joe Bellingham. Diawara round outside. There's Francis Onyeka with his first involvement. We haven't scored a goal yet. Under the management, that is a brilliant save. Sene Lamens. And now we've got the corner. Pau Sanz at the near post. Everybody's up. And the referee is pointing to the spot. It's Marcus Rashford, I think, with the handball. Mobama get the Rosenior run underway. Has he just saved that onto the crossbar? I don't know, but that is amazing from Sene Lemons to put him off. And still, we are not done. We are very much up for this game against Manchester United. That could have been brilliant. And Rashford, no. Right, Collins can come out. A captain. Put the pressure on. Almost half-time. I guess it's not a bad result. Let's just go again, shall we? Get the penalty miss out of our head. Diawara. He plays the ball through onto Divin Mobama. Still got Domina on the bench, but Asnu causing all the problems. That's actually a really good ball, but Profundi isn't tall enough. Joe Bellingham goes to hit it. But I think Mobama comes off. He just seems a little less confident under this manager. And he could potentially be injured with tackles like that. Domina, get warming up. We want Geronimo on, and Diawara passes it short into Pau Sanz. Come on, United have got a good back line, but we can potentially break through this if we keep on trying and knocking on the door. Here goes Asnu again down the left-hand side. Dangerous. Bernardo Silva at United. We've got to move quickly because we stole the ball off them. Here goes Simeone Profunde, a man on the overlap, going around him. Why is it not locked onto Domina? We don't care because Pau Sanz runs in and scores from out wide. That is the goal that a manager needed more than the actual team, the results. Excellent anticipation. I hate this POV result or recording, I guess the word I'm looking for is. 20 minutes to seal off a win. And for Rosenior to put the haters to bed, Chelsea is a poisonous club to actually coach at. He's got more chance here at Leicester, as it's showing the team looking a bit more confident. Almost placing a pass through the middle. That's a big save and the end of the game. Liam Rosenior marks his Leicester start with a draw against Newcastle and with a 1-0 win. Yet to concede a goal.